You saw us in Outside Lands? Sorry.
All good. Yeah, I saw you guys at Outside Lands. You guys are groovy dancing. I loved it.
That was a fun show, actually.
Yeah.
Outside Lands was fun.
I mean,
We've been
shows like that, yeah, I mean, they're good. I don't honestly pay that much attention to it.
Yeah.
But in that, festival shows like that are super hard because you don't get a sound check usually, and you just throw yourself up there.
Okay.
And it's like go time. So like,
And it's harder to catch a vibe. Too.
Yeah, it's really hard
to catch a
vibe,
Outdoors,
aesthetic,
like, you really
yeah.
can't feel people's energy as much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously, like a big roar from a crowd will get you.
Yeah.
What do you typically focus on? You said you're not usually focused on it. What do you usually focus on when performing?
No, I think I go in between, like, I feel like whenever I play a show, there's like 3 or 4 people that I see in the show, and that's all I remember, those 4 people. And I'll occasionally like look at them from time to time throughout the show, check in on them. Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I find? People do not like to look at me in my eye.
What?
Every single time I make eye contact with someone, it's like, damn.
That's funny.
Hey, I just wanted to behold.
Yeah, right?
I feel like there's some weirdo you focus on.
Yeah, there's someone you're like checking in on, keeping tabs on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've been lucky, like our crowds really tend to like while out. Actually, this last couple tours in the States, we've been like, damn, these people are hella friendly. Our demographic seems to be like really kind people, and they kind of turn up. So it was
hell yeah.
It's like,
cool.
And you know the way I know that is because all the bands that tour that open for us say like, damn, your crowds are so nice, because they could give up about an opening band. You know?
Right.
And they could like a lot of crowds would be like, okay, next. Like I came here to see whatever, but they usually show love to whoever.
Cool. That's awesome. You guys are an electric guest of the universe. I was wondering what that means / what it means to you. What is an electric guest of the universe?
You know, I hate our band name. That story just like, it just kind of stuck. It was like, I told that story to Danger Mouse, who produced our first album with me, and he's just been a mentor to both of us for forever. And he was like, that's got to be the band name. But yeah, to me, you know, when you're like fresh out of college, been introduced to a lot of ideas, I was like, just on some metaphysical wannabe. But I mean, to me, it just meant like, you know, it was like letting your light just kind of be out into the world and not forgetting that, you know, you're as natural as a tree. I mean really, you know, it's easy to kind of get lost being a human being, but it just is a reminder, I guess, to just put your life and just give it all away.
Yeah.
Every day I get older, I'm like, man, there's just give it all away. All that love, all that energy. It's like there's no use to holding back. The one thing I will say is like, going on tour, you don't feel alone with that kind of thing. Like, I swear, from 4 years ago when we put out an album to this time around, you can just feel this tangible difference between people would come up to us and be like, just I think this States is in an interesting time right now. It's just a difficult time, and I think young people are really feeling it. People would come up to us and say shit like, I had to work for a month, you know, to get this ticket, to like pay for the ticket, and I'm thinking about moving to California because there's like jobs there. I'm like, damn, like this is, and I didn't hear that sentiment really 4 years ago when we put out a record. So I mean, I just feel like it's a cultural kind of tide that's happening now that I feel like everybody carries. And so
we were saying we've seen like the first 15 minutes, then had to leave, and then like another show, we were in the hotel and it was on, we were like,
all right,
the middle 15 minutes, and then
this
eventually we'll see the whole movie.
Too.
Yeah.
Remember Fargo? We watched like 6 installments of Fargo in different hotel rooms, and we'd jump around where it was. We're like, oh, we haven't seen this one.
Something I do that other people think is crazy.
Like even something that other people don't believe in, or they're just like, dude.
Probably my lifestyle.
Which would be?
Being a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, every fucking day that passes, I realize like I live an unconventional lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like it is, I hate to say bohemian, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not really into conventional relationships. I'm not really into, you know, everything's blurry. But I'm just not into this imaginary checklist that everybody has in their head of what I should do to grow up and what equals meaning in my life. I think in theory, those boxes, you know, grow up, get married, get a job, get a cat, all that shit is supposed to equal meaning, but in practice it so often doesn't, that left turned it so much in my life now that I look at a lot of my friends I grew up with or whatever, kids, like we're going to the Bay tomorrow to San Francisco to play a show.
Cool.
There'll be tons of kids I grew up with. And no disrespect, like not like they're any less, like I'm probably less happy than them, but a lot of them, like I realize how different my lifestyle is when I'm back in that context. I'm like, oh shit, I still haven't done any of that shit. You know?
Right. And so I've been looking to musicians that I am just around or, you know, interviewing or admire or whatever. What have you had to commit to super hard? Because, okay, I like to put my hands in like 20 different baskets. So I assume like a lot of people are also that way. What are things that you've had to, when you had to commit to just like going hard at music, what did you have to let go of and what did you also have to just commit to?
Well, I think there's like, that's like damn near the hardest part about being like a young adult I think your life is really structured until all of a sudden you're out of school and then you're kind of booted out into the world and really nobody tells you how to do anything. They don't tell you how to, and I think one of the most initially scary concepts for young people, but that's over time there's liberation in it, is that you are responsible for creating meaning in your life. And at first it's like, oh no, because we all want to have like meaning be put upon us, like, oh, just put me in some job and it'll equal, but then you get to the job and you're like, shit, I'm still me, my internal life is still going on, I still don't feel satisfied. But I think, you know, I think there's a romanticism to the whole like what we do. There's plenty of parts of this that I still hate, and I think it's part of like, it's uncomfortable to be on tour. It's like, you know, you spend 23 hours a day not doing a show and then the 1 hour doing it, and so I think you just kind of, my advice would just be exactly what you're doing, get out in the world, and it may not come in the form that you see it. Like we were always doing music in some capacity, but we're still shaping the edges to try to get it exactly, you know, what we want to do. And I think everyone's just like, damn, you're living your dream. We are living our dream. We are all hella blessed.
Totally.
But I just think it's still life, you know what I mean? It's still
hard to do it.
Totally.
It's very hard to do it. You have to stay like
Yeah.
very focused and determined.
Yeah.
And it's really just you versus your mind. It's just your constant relationship with your mind of trying to figure out how to be okay as a human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And keeping yourself in check too. Like there's a lot of people that talk about doing music but never do it.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta like stay committed and actually do it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and also this, I presume you've been asked this a lot, but the gap between the albums, I know you guys weren't up to nothing. Like what were you guys up to? Not to be able to encapsulate a whole, how many years, 5 years in one sentence.
Yeah, I mean,
We wrote another album.
Okay, I heard that. What?
Yeah.
So what happened? What?
it sucked.
That people.
Really?
Yeah, like
Really?
what?
It wasn't strong.
No, yeah, it wasn't strong. It was
Yeah.
like,
And
Some of the songs
you guys
actually, no, some of the
objectively think it wasn't strong?
I think we can look. Yeah, definitely.
I think
It's a good choice.
It has some good songs on it. The first two songs on Plural were from that batch. Zero and Glorious Warrior are from
Oh,
that
cool.
album, you know,
Okay.
so we thought those were good enough. But we were just,
Yeah.
I went through a kind of weird time. I went through some personal shit that really prolonged the process.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't talk about.
No, that's all good.
But like that took some years, and then we just like, I think we just did that classic, or I did that classic artist thing of like kind of not liking certain things on the first album, like being angsty about it and really wanting to like left turn it, and so just twiddling in my room forever in our pajamas, like not letting anyone but him hear stuff. And then by the time that we were like, here's the album, people were like, this shit is the innards of your mind, which are not that tight. And so I think like people were pretty frank with us, you know. And they were like, there's parts that are really great, but you should write more. And then one of the first things we wrote was Dear to Me. And we're like, oh, this is better. So we just kind of,
Cool.
Then in the year we just like pumped that out. Yeah.
Also, album artwork. Are you guys disconnected from that, or is that because I was interested in
very
it?
connected.
Yeah. So what is the one that
That's
is
our
the
boy,
the
Elevator.
current album?
This kid that I met online, he's like an agoraphobic. That's what I would call him.
Ooh.
You know, he's like scared of people, kind of like me a little bit. But he's just really. It was hard to get in touch with him because of that. Like he doesn't have any pictures of him or anything. He likes to say real
Okay.
disconnected from like himself and his art. But I just saw these illustrations online, and I just emailed him, and I emailed him some like early demos that we had done. He was in Japan at the time, and he just was like, oh, I was walking around like Tokyo at night listening to these, and like I really vibe with them. So then we kind of like, we ended up talking about just random stuff, and we really connected. So he's just been our boy ever since. So he does all our stuff.
Cool.
He does all our merch. He's really cool.
Very nice.
Super sweet. But what is like future? I mean, I guess I hate asking like next project because this is quite a project.
Yeah.
But maybe not something that is like actionable right now, but far future, nearest
No, yeah, we already
future
started.
goal kind of.
Yeah.
We started working on
Working
like,
on a new
the
record.
new album.
So,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, in between we've just been like, we will never
Grinding.
take that time again.
Yeah.
Because it does mess you up. Like,
Yeah.
we were super lucky, and for some reason, it felt like everyone stuck by us. It was so
Cool.
lucky. And we had labels tell us, like, you don't know how, like, you could come out after 5 years. That's like a life cycle of human beings these days. People are like, I don't know who this band
I
is.
know.
And so we were really lucky to have people care and be into the new album.
Totally.
And it's different than the last album. So it actually took people a second. And then, like, I think people were glad that it was different. Because a lot of times you hear the same album from a band, like, oh, that was good the first time, but I wanted some. So I think we were really lucky in that way, but we will never take that long again. That was way too long.
But life.
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 Exactly. No,
Yeah.
exactly. As much as sometimes I've like, cursed myself.
It's all
I'm
part
like,
of
this
it.
is just, it's all part of it.
Hell yeah.
It's part of it.
Well, thank you so much. for your
Thanks.
time.
Thank you.
You guys are sick.
Sweet.
So like